It's been quite a while since my last interview, but I couldn't think of a better time to bring them back because today we have a very special guest who's been making noise out of ATL for a minute. But without further ado, I'm gonna let the big homie introduce himself.
Yeah, man, PACMAN Viccz, you know what I'm saying? Straight out Atlanta, north side to be exact, you know what I'm saying? Hey, follow me on IG, PACMAN_Viccz, VICCZ. Hey, let's get to it, brother.
Have you been in Atlanta your whole life, or what's the story behind that?
Yeah, I was born in Metairie, Louisiana, right outside of New Orleans. Came to Atlanta, when I was about 1 years old. I about to
Okay.
say 1 o'clock. 1 years old. Shit, I moved around a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But mainly I stayed in the South. I moved to South Carolina one time, moved to Cali one time. For the most part, I was in Atlanta.
Okay, so how long was your stay in California?
Shit, about a year and a half, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying? I was on the run.
okay. Oh, okay. So that type of stay.
Yeah, but shit, they caught me out west and flew me out back, flew me
So they
back
brought your
down.
ass back real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you mind me asking for what type of charge, or do you not want to touch on
And
that?
at that time I had like 3 open cases, bro. One with
Okay.
trafficking marijuana out of Mississippi. The one they got me for was a firearm charge that I
Okay.
had beat in the state, but gang task force took it to the feds and shit like that. So a year and a half later, when I got into a wreck, actually, I called the police myself because I was in a ditch somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Like in
Oh
the desert
shit.
in Arizona,
Oh
called the
no.
police because I'm like, man, I need, help. Like, you know what I'm saying? They came, ran my name. I don't know why he ran my name because, you know what I'm saying? I don't know when to call them, but the nigga ran my name and goddamn, they said I had an ATF warrant. So he locked me up.
Damn.
Yeah.
So the ATF had a warrant out for you. And
All
they,
bad.
so that
All
was
bad.
out. Yeah. So you've been around Mississippi, California. You said South
Everywhere. I was a
Carolina.
road runner, true road runner.
All right. Damn. Basically been in ATL the most of your life, right?
Yep.
I had no idea that there was like a big Korean population out there. Like I
Oh
had,
yeah. I mean, before when I was growing up, it wasn't too many, you know what I'm saying? But shit, now that shit like Koreatown over here where I'm at.
yeah, like I've heard like there's straight blocks with like Korean restaurants and like there's a lot of Korean people out there. I had
Oh
no
yeah.
idea.
Yeah, for sure.
So growing up, would you say that you grew up around Koreans, or did you have like all types of diverse friends, or what was the deal?
Well, uh, I had diverse friends, you know what I'm saying? Because like, when my mom used to take me to church and shit like that, that's when the only time I really seen Korean folks, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I had Korean friends. After I got out of high school, that's when I started seeing some more Korean people that I could actually vibe with. You know what I'm saying? That
Right.
was like on the same shit that I was on. So I had, yeah, like a lot of my close friends now, you know what I'm saying? Like even to this day are Korean,
Oh
but
shit.
but my group of friends is like real diverse type shit. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I mean, I seen the music videos, like I
saying?
seen, the people around you, and it was like a completely different way of life for me, honestly, because like I
Yeah,
grew up around Koreans. I grew up in
right.
Koreatown in
Yeah.
California. So like it's a little bit different, but your music video, I feel like everybody around me knew about the song Loyalty, and like it was going crazy. Like it was going
Yeah.
crazy. And Trip Out, I don't know if you remember, but you had a black Gucci belt on in that music video, and that's the reason why I bought a black Gucci belt.
I think that one was fake.
Hey, at
Oh
least
god, that was
at
fake.
least you're keeping it
Back
real.
then, yeah, back in the day, I couldn't afford it. So shit, you know what
Hey,
I'm
I've had my fair share of fakes. It's all good.
saying?
All
Yeah.
right. Obviously, the street stuff came first. What age did you start getting into all the bullshit?
I would say about 12, 13, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Probably younger than that.
Okay.
I can't say that I was in like heavy into the gangs like that early, maybe like 14 type shit, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Well, first we grew up in the hood at first, you know what I'm saying? And then when I got like middle school, high school, that's when my parents moved me to like a white area, like
Okay.
white neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So, but I didn't make like last long type shit. I
Right.
probably went to school for like 2, 3 years. First year of high school, get kicked out. They sent me to alternative school in Roswell. It was like, it's a second chance program. If you get kicked out of school, they send you to a second chance program. We
Okay.
call it the dungeon where I'm at. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying? Like, you don't even get credits for real, like,
for real? Wait,
subject.
what?
Yeah, like you wasting your time really, but you got to get through that. to get back to a regular school. So I never
Oh.
really made it out type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh, okay, gotcha.
everybody at the school fucked with me though. The teachers, they loved me. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
wanted me to succeed. It was just I was wasting so much time because I kept getting in trouble and shit like that. So I was like, man, fuck school type shit. And I went, straight back into the street.
Damn. Okay. So you dropped out of high school basically?
Yep, yep. Got
Okay.
kicked out. And then when I went to the alternative school, I was there for like 2 years trying to get right. But I was like, at that point, it was like, shit, if I go back to a regular school, I'd be behind 2 years. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I was
Right.
like, fuck that shit. And the
Right.
school I was at, it was nothing but drug dealers and drug users. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I was like, shit, like it's hard to succeed in this environment. You know what I mean?
I
So
understand. That's crazy. So obviously the street stuff started early. So after you were out of school, is that when the streets got into full effect, or like how did it work out?
yeah, I think so. Cause that's when I started getting kicked out of my house. You know what I'm saying? My
Oh,
parents, they're like traditional Korean parents, but at the same time, they with the shit. But my dad, my pops, he's like hard working, you know what I'm saying, straightforward Korean man, you know what I'm saying? So when I was getting in on the bullshit, he was like, hell no, get the fuck out the house. And my
damn.
mom's was like, no, 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 you know what I'm saying? Shit like
Right.
that. But I was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. So I stayed at my homeboy Psycho house, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I had to do what I had to do to survive. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right. So you left your mom's house and basically you were just hustling at that point.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, and then that's how I kind of got into the gang life too. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So about the gang stuff, like I'm not hip to ATL whatsoever. So
Yeah,
like correct me if I'm wrong. You guys are affiliated with the Crips?
yeah, yeah,
Okay. So how does that exactly work out there as far as like race cards, and have you ever hit the penitentiary? What's the deal?
yeah. So okay, with the Asians, with the Asians, mostly it's bloods down here. You know what I'm saying? Most of
Mm,
the Asians are blood. But
okay.
we all started from the same hood. We started in Pearl Lane in Doraville. My hood is mostly Cambodians. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Most of the gangs out here really mostly like Asian gangs is mostly Cambodian, Laos, and Vietnamese type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, really, I'm one of the only Korean ones that's like even in their hood. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
really, all the Cambodians started in Pearl Lane, and it kind of like some went to the south side and some stayed in the north side. North side turned Crip, and most of the ones in the south side was blood. They have like 50 different blood hoods in the south side, and we really like the only Crip hood in Atlanta as far as the Asians go.
So
So
it's
yeah, me being from the north side, you know what I'm saying? It was, really just Crip, Asian gangs to Crip, you know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah, so it's a Crip set full of Asians.
yep. I mean, we got different races too, but mainly Asians,
Right. That's
Cambodia, to be exact. Yeah.
damn. So were you ever aware, like at what age did you start to like find out like that you were Korean? Were you ever aware of your own race, or was it just like, oh, I don't even know that I'm Korean. I'm just out here like messing like
Yeah. I mean, I always knew and embraced being Korean. You know what I'm saying? Because like, okay, when I was in middle school, I was hanging around with like the older cats from church and shit like that. They was always, getting in trouble and shit. That's where
yeah.
I learned how to smoke weed. Bro, I learned a lot at church, bro. You know what I'm
That's how
saying?
it
Really,
is, man.
I learned a lot of bullshit. Most of my bullshit came from church, especially Korean church,
Yo,
because
that's how it is,
get
huh?
with yeah, you get with the older Korean cats, they make you fight, they make you smoke weed, smoke cigarettes, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So that's where it started, bro. And but I was always proud being Korean because when I was in middle school and shit, them niggas used to tell me, like that Korean pride shit. So I used to put that shit on my binders going to school and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I
Okay.
didn't really see too many Asians until I got kicked out my house. That's when I knew like Cambodians. Okay. Now that I look back on it, like when I met them, I'm like, oh damn, you're Cambodian. I didn't know what that was. I thought the Cambodian people that I've seen were Indian or Mexican, because they
Okay.
didn't look Asian to me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I thought if you was Asian, you look like this. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
mean, but
Yeah,
I
but
don't know. Growing up, a lot of people didn't even think I was Korean because they'd be like,
right.
"Bro, like you so dark, you look different, you look Vietnamese, you look Laos, you look this." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I always did embrace my Korean culture, though. You know what I'm saying? That's
Oh,
one thing I did do.
okay. So do you have any brothers or sisters?
Nah, bro, only child.
Me too. Only child
Yeah,
as well. Yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy. So how was it growing up like as an only child? Did you basically once you got with the boys, that was it? Like they were the ones influencing you?
Yeah, I mean, growing up as an only child, that shit lonely as hell, bro. And you
Yeah.
feel like, you're not really understood. You know what I'm saying? Like your parents ain't, they're from Korea. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what the fuck going on over here in America. So it's like when I was going through things, I had no one to talk to. I didn't know who, you know what I'm saying? And then when I finally met people that's like more like me, and it's funny because the Korean people that I was hanging around, I couldn't relate to them either. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah, I felt the
Like
same
when
way.
especially when they brought me to like the white side, like they were all like they had money, you know what I'm saying? They was doing this, they had brothers. I didn't have no brother, you know what I'm saying? I got into a fight with one dude, he called his brother, they jumped me, you know what I'm saying? Shit
Uh-huh.
like that.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's just weird, bro. Like growing up, like just real lonely. So
Yeah.
I think that's what really influenced me to like look for a group of friends where I could call brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I was
right.
tired of being jumped by if I beat this dude up, he called his brother. I'm tired of
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wanted to get with a group. Like I ain't know I was gonna join a gang, but like that's what I wanted. When I joined, I was like, okay, this is what I've been looking for, type shit.
Okay.
I felt
I
like,
get you. So you were embraced like when you approached them? Like did you know them before? Were you kicking it with them before you got official or what happened?
well, yeah, okay. So how that worked was, they told me, my girl cousin actually told me they was looking for, woo woo. So
Okay.
I'm like, hell yeah, I heard of them. I used to see them on the news. Hell yeah, sign me up. So that day they picked me up, and they was like, man, you gonna have to hang around us for a little bit before we actually put you down, type shit.
Right, right.
I was like, all right, cool. We started getting high, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. That first day, I was like, nah, I can't do this. This is kind of scary type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
you're
I was
keeping it
like,
real. I appreciate that.
yeah, like man, this ain't for me. So when they dropped me off, like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna call y'all. I ain't calling them for another 2-3 months. You know what I'm saying? And then somehow we met each other at this bar and shit, and they were like, bro, where the fuck you been? Woo, woo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we started, vibing a little bit more, and then I just started hanging around them, and then I still didn't get put down. You know what I'm saying? Uh till a couple years later, actually. You know what I'm saying? So 14 is when I was introduced to that lifestyle, but I don't think I was put down to the hood till I was like 16, 17.
Okay. Okay. So 16, 17, you got your official. As a member, did you ever have to do time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
twice. Well,
Twice.
it came with it. You know what I'm saying? The first time is when I kind of realized this is when I was like 21. No,
Oh,
I don't know. It was 2012, so I forgot how old I was, but this was 2012, right after the loyalty video.
okay.
A couple months after, I guess we was being watched. Some dude from out in Cali, he got caught with a lot of guns. Long
Okay.
story short, he turned into an informant.
Oh shit.
He basically made a deal with the feds that he was going to bring us down, type shit.
Mm-hmm.
So his whole objective was to bring our hood down. While they were doing that, me and my homies got into a shootout at the gas station. We get
Oh
locked up. One of the dudes we was with, he immediately, as soon as he got locked up first. He immediately tells them he wants to talk to gang task force, and just goes ahead and just starts telling them everything, type shit.
damn.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
from there, it was like 90, like I would say 95% of the people from my hood told on him from shit that didn't even have to do with my case. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I learned like this gang shit is cool, but really at the end of the day, when it really hits the fan, there ain't no loyalty. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. And that's just what it is. You've actually experienced this
Firsthand.
firsthand. That's wild. So I saw another music video. It was in the beginning. It had a news clip. It had you and Busy's face on it. What was that? What was that
Oh, that
about?
was that. That was that. That was that.
Okay,
Right.
that was that situation.
Yeah.
Okay, damn. So are you still keep in touch with Busy?
Yeah, that's my brother. I was just with him yesterday. I bought his kid, you know what I'm saying, little jumpy toy and shit like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Okay,
That's
so
my brother for life, bro.
damn. That's good to see though, because usually like people part ways. They go down their own path. But it's cool
Yeah.
to see you guys are still rocking with each other like that.
Yeah. Nah. He's just working right now, bro. And I told him when I blow up with his music shit, then I'm gonna bring him with me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That dude
Right.
is a real loyal dude. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody I'd call. I would say that's my brother for life. Yeah, my brother, bro, like on some real shit. Like he was a rapper, but he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like at that time, he had went to jail, you know, a couple times and shit like that.
Okay.
And you know, he was like, that's when he so-called, or well, I wouldn't say so-called, but that's when he met God. You know what I'm saying? And you know, coming from Cambodia, you know, Cambodians are really Buddhists and shit like that.
Okay.
So when he told me he met God and shit like that, you know, he was kind of like, you know, one for them, one for that with the streets and God. Like, you know, it was like a spiritual warfare type shit. So he wanted to do the music because that's what he liked, but at the same time, he felt like doing the music was like, you know, like going backwards in the spiritual like walk. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get you. So where do you stand right now? Like you have a kid, right?
Yeah, I got two kids right
You got
now.
two kids.
Yeah.
So like you just been staying out the way?
Yeah, hell yeah, most definitely. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like me, the reason why they got me the last time was because they was watching my shit. I was dumb though, you know what I'm saying? You know, posting pictures with guns and doing all this shit, you know. You know, when
Right.
I got out of state prison is different, you know what I'm saying? It's like the trenches, as you would say, and coming up state prison, your mindset is only gonna be worse than what you went in there with, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I came out, like I was on the bullshit, you know what I mean? Still. And I'm pretty sure the people watching my page and the police, if you was the police watching my page, you could tell I'm on the bullshit, you know?
Right.
So they was still, you know, investigating me and shit like that. And that's how they got me the last time when I
So
went
you actually went upstate. You did the whole penitentiary stuff.
went to the state, yeah, went to the state, went to the feds, hit the yard, everything, you know what I'm saying? Gang time,
Everything.
all times.
Did you run into any enemies while you were upstate?
Yeah, well, in the state, well, no, in the feds, you know what I'm saying? But we became cool. You know what I'm saying? This is the
Right.
dude, you know. We had issues on the street, but and he was like the top dog for his hood, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
When we met, it was cool, it was love, you know what I'm saying? Because we was the only Asians there, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. You gotta stick together, right?
Right. And when he actually came to my yard, and he was only there for like 2 days because he was in the transport
Okay.
where he was gonna get transferred out.
Okay.
But you know, I showed love, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, we the only Asians here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
whatever you need, let me know, type shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah.
Man, so how was that? So you said transitioning from penitentiary to the street life, you were still on the bullshit. What made you want to stop? Like, what was that turning point for you?
I wasn't stopping, bro,
Oh, you
until
weren't stopping.
no, until I just kept getting these cases. And then when I got the pistol charge, so the prosecutor said basically she gonna do me a favor, she gonna drop the charge, but the detectives handling my case is gonna try to take it to the feds. So she
Oh,
said, I'm gonna drop this charge, I'm gonna do you a favor, you just need to get the fuck out of here and just lay low. That's
okay.
when that day, that same day, I packed my shit, took a nap in my mama's house, and drove straight to California.
Damn. So that's when you went on the run.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So and that's when they took you back, and then you said you had a warrant, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to piece this all together for myself. So if you never stopped, like what made after you had your kid, you obviously started being out the way, right? So what have you been doing?
I don't even think I was out the way when I had kids. You know, to me, it didn't really hit me that I had kids until they kind of grew up. To me, you know
Wow.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I like, bro, like there's a lot of shit I regret for my kids. You know what I'm saying? Because my kids seen a lot, they witnessed a lot when they were little, and I feel like I put them through a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Do I regret it? Yes, but no, because at the same time, my kids are so aware of like, you know, like this world is fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of weird shit going on.
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like my kids are a lot more aware, you know, like from me being raised by, you know, traditional Korean parents, I felt like I was sheltered in a way, you know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I didn't really know what the fuck was going on in the real world until I was a certain age, till I was actually in the streets, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But with my kids, they know, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least they know. Like, yeah, I kind of took away the innocence, but I feel like at the same time, like they know, like, you know what I'm saying? And you know, my kids are actually doing good. Like my oldest daughter, she's smart, getting awards and shit
Okay.
at school, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Okay.
she's kind of Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She got a good head on her shoulders. My youngest one though, she's like my twin. You know what I'm saying? Like on all the bullshit. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Hey, this is my brother Slick right
What's
here.
going on, brother? How you doing?
So yeah, my youngest one though, she's on all the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like on all the bullshit. But at the same time, like I don't know. Actually, she's the one that I kind of had to worry about. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
you know, yeah, you know they good kids. You know what I'm saying? They real good kids. You know?
What would you tell your younger self? Like what was going through your head when you were basically going full throttle with the streets?
I would tell my younger self to just to slow down. You know what I'm saying? Slow down and work harder. You know, I regret not working as hard as I did now. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like now that I'm at a certain age, I'm pushing myself to work hard. You know, like back then I was just getting high. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just it was if it wasn't fun, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It was dumb type
Right.
shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Type shit. But now I would tell my younger self, man, just to have patience, work hard, stick, you know what I'm saying? Stick to one thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's cool to have make money in all different types of ways, but I feel like if I just stuck with the music back then, I would have really took off now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, just stay out the streets. The streets is cool and everything, but it set me back a lot. Took a lot of years out of me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. 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 Time is
I could have
precious.
blew up 50 million times, but I kept going to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Man, what do you got going on now? You got any projects coming out? What do you got for the people?
Yeah, you know, okay, so when I got out the feds this time, I wasn't even really thinking about doing the music no more, you know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
these people out of Charlotte, you know what I'm saying, they listened to a couple of my songs. They were like, man, they reached out to me. So I went over there for a meeting. I ended up vibing with them, you know what I'm saying? So I signed a deal, you know, Believe Music Group, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? My brothers, my family. So, you know, I'm signed to a label now. And you know, they're like the machine behind everything, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They invested in me, believing in me, the most important part, most importantly, you know what I'm saying? And it's like the first time I actually have a solid team behind my craft, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So you're
As you,
focused on the music right now.
oh yeah,
Okay.
100%.
I think that pretty much wraps up the entire interview. I think we
Yeah, yeah,
touched on a lot of stuff. We touched on the gang life, your childhood, what you got going on now. But
yeah.
is there any last thing you want to say to the subscribers or?
Shit, man, nah, man, just you know what I'm saying, like shit, never stop believing in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you know what I'm saying, you put your mind to, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? You can achieve it. You know, like what the label is, believe, achieve, and conquer, man. That's all you got to do. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so that's what the chain stands for.
Yeah, believe,
Okay.
achieve, and conquer.
That's
Yeah.
dope. We're gonna call it a day. I'm gonna end the recording here, but it was dope talking to you, man. It's kind of crazy that I'm talking to you because I've been aware of you for a very long time. I didn't think you'd actually respond, but
Bro, I was
thank you.
aware of you too. I just seen your shit. Like, I was like, man, who is this guy? Is he a tattoo artist? Is he a rapper? What is this? You know what I'm saying? And shit, man, it's crazy how you hit me up, man. You know what I'm
Yeah, no,
saying?
I'm really glad you actually reached out because not reached out to me, but you responded because not a
Yeah,
lot of people will respond. And you know what?
right, right.
It's always dope talking to a fellow Korean brother.
Most definitely.
All right, brother. Well, you know what? I'm
Yeah.
gonna end the recording here, but we're gonna call it a day.
All right, for sure, brother.